Hey y'all, Loui here. Today I am at an established campground here in Southeast Alaska, actually one of my favorite campgrounds to camp at. My mom Bex today is filming me because I'm gonna give you guys a tour of my Jeep Wrangler camper conversion. This is my second build of this Jeep and my fourth conversion overall of a vehicle, so I'm pretty confident that this Jeep has everything you need to keep it simple on the road. Alright, we're gonna start here in the kitchen, my favorite place because I love food and I love snacks. I have this front runner pull-down table that I've had for 2 years now. It's still holding up. I've had to tighten the bolt on this several times, and as you can see, it's definitely been used. But it's great. I love this thing. I don't think I could live in the woods without it. It makes cooking super easy. Here I have a little water port that I do my dishes with. It has like a little spray nozzle on it, and I put a little bucket that I'll show you guys out, and I do all my dishes there and wash my face and brush my teeth. Foolproof system, simple but works. And then in here is the end of my little bed base that I built. It's not perfect. Everything in this build isn't perfect, but you know, it's a DIY build. I have everything that you need in here to cook, and this is my favorite mess kit. It's taken me also a good 1.5 years to get this mess kit together. It has everything you need in it to cook a good meal on the road. I haven't really wanted for any extra tools, and it fits really neatly in this nice little bag. It just makes me so happy. And yeah, so basically right now I am just cooking with a pocket rocket. Just buy these little things of fuel, and I do a lot of stuff with water. I have little collapsible pots and a cast iron skillet for when I want to cook over the fire. Keeping it simple is what I've learned the past few years living on the road and camping. Less is more. This is my fridge, which right now actually I have it off because for some reason it froze all of my food. But this takes pretty minimal power, and yeah, I think that it is one of the essentials that I need on the road. I can't live without fresh and cold food. And then some red huckleberries that I just picked earlier. And then on the side here I have these little containers that the one on this side has bathroom things in it, things like a toothbrush, this little bidet thing. It's awesome. I don't know why I haven't bought one of these earlier. And like face wash, things that I just can easily grab. And on this side is kind of like outdoor stuff. You need this when you live in the forest, that's for sure. When you live north, it's super important. A fire extinguisher, and yeah, that's this back area, my cooking area. It's very simple, and yeah, I can whip up a good meal out here. So in here is where I sleep, where the magic happens, as they say. And not much magic happens in here actually. Instead of building cabinets, which I find really rickety and just complicated to build in a space that isn't a perfect square, I decided to order these storage bags on Amazon. I will link them below. They're super awesome. And yeah, everything has a place in here, and if it's something that I don't use, I have gotten rid of it over time just to make sure I'm not over carrying stuff. But yeah, in here I have like camera gear, first aid kit, my yoga mat. William likes to use this more than I like to use it. I store my shoes down there, some hiking gear here, and under here are all of my clothes in packing cubes. I find these awesome, and yeah, I just have exactly what I need. I just, over time, if I don't wear something, I've been putting it away in storage. When I'm out on the road, I'm gonna start mailing it back home to my mom to put in storage. So thanks, Mom. That's super helpful. So I also have this little storage box for just kind of miscellaneous stuff, food, random things, cleaning supplies. Yeah, you just need a place to be kind of a catch-all sometimes. And this is my catch-all, so that's what I use. And then in here I have my diesel heater controller mounted on here like this. Yeah, that's that. And here's my diesel. This is my diesel container that I have mounted with the carbon monoxide reader. And then under here is where my diesel heater is, and I store some more other things like a vacuum, my tripod, just little things. I haven't really used the diesel heater a whole lot yet, so I'll have to get back to you guys on that. But yeah, I did cut a little hole. Well, my brother helped me cut a little hole in the bottom to have all of the parts stick out the bottom. So yeah, I will update you guys on that if it was a good idea or not, but I think it will be, especially since most of the traveling I'm going to be doing in the coming months is in the northern states, and that will allow me to be able to travel up here longer. My season will be extended. I'm super excited. I don't know why I didn't do this in the past. Another thing, storage thing that I did is my softer stuff. I didn't want to put anything heavy up here because just in case I have to stop really quick or I have an accident, I just wanted to put some towels up here, and this is where all of my window covers are stored during the day. These ones are awesome because they have little suction cups on them, and that really helps them stay up. And then my plan is I want to either paint this white part myself or have some people on the road help me paint them. I think that would be a really cool way of bringing some art and some uniqueness into my build. So that's to come. And then the last little thing is my bed is just foam. I built a little base out of some wood that I had from my last build. And then I've had this foam pad stuff for a while now, and yeah, I use that, cut it to the right size. It's a little longer, or it's a little wider on the end part, and this part is a little bit thinner because William's bed here fits here, which I'll show you how that all gets put in there. So yeah, I also installed these little outlets. I've had these outlets since my first van build, and they've just gone from build to build, and I decided to install 2 of them. There's one here and one on the other side, just in case I want to get like a blender or something. And so these are some other storage bags that I got off of Amazon that I really love. They're working so well. They have little pockets for like little things, like I have my little chargers here, and then in here is like all of my camera, computer gear, my microphone for recording voiceovers. It's just so nice. Like, I am so happy. Like, they work so well. Oh, and then I have these little USB fans. I'm just trying to make sure I show you guys everything that has worked for me. So if you're also building something out, you can steal some of my ideas. Yeah, so I had these little USB fans that I absolutely love. They're lightweight and they only use 2 watts per hour. So you can have this on all night and it's not a problem for your battery. Speaking of other things that I really love, I bought these really awesome mini lights recently. For some reason, I was living in this Jeep with just a small light when I was down south last year, and I'm like, why did I do that to myself? Anyways, I was obviously not thinking clearly, but now that I'm thinking clearly, I bought these little Goal Zero mini lights that have 2 settings. I'll plug one in like this. All 4 of them do. You can also buy more and attach them, but basically what I do is I only use usually 1 or 2 of these at night. I just plug them up here and tuck the string out or the wire out of the way so it's not in my face, but you can move them all around. Like, I feel like in a small build like this, instead of having permanent lights, it's a better idea to have ones you can move around. These ones are just so cute, and they're made to not use a lot of power as well. So this area needs some improvement. However, everything fits under here. I have a 100 amp hour battery attached to this Goal Zero 400 watt portable power station, I believe. I will double check that. And so altogether I have 133 amp hours, which works great. I find that on cloudy days though, if I'm not getting any sun, after a couple days, I need to somehow recharge. So I also have a charger for when I am driving. And I'll show you guys my solar situation, but yeah, so all of my solar comes into this thing. The little ports, power ports that you saw inside are attached here. I have my fridge attached here, and as you can see, I have a couple little projects. I'm going to install some more of these because lately I've found that I've needed more of those. So yeah, projects, always. So that's this little area. Power is pretty simple, nothing too crazy. All right, so you guys are probably wondering like, where does William sleep? Where does your dog sleep? And don't worry, I have a solution for that. So I move this yoga mat to the front like this. And then, 1 second. I need to have these upholstered in some heavy duty waterproof material. But yeah, this is some leftover foam that I've had. This is a little temporary blanket. So I bring this stuff over here, and then I move this chair forward. William's like right in the way. I bring the chair forward like this, and yeah, I just stick these in here for him. William's like, you're setting up my bed? Thanks, Mom. Just like that. And yeah, we've tested this over the past couple weeks and it's great. Go like that. So soon these will have already some fabric on them, but for now I've been using this, nice and soft. And this is where he sleeps. He doesn't mind it at all. It's so cute. At night he'll like put his head next to my face. Oh yeah.
Look, he wants to go under.
Yeah,
he's
show
like this.
everybody how your bed works.
He's
Oh baby, I just love you so much. He's the best adventure dog ever. He's just literally, oh, my eyes tear up because I love him so much. Anyway, so yeah, that's his little bed. All right, and the front is super simple, nothing crazy. I put seat covers on the chairs because having a dog, you get hair everywhere. These are just easier to clean. This is my drinking water thing that needs to be filled again actually. And all of my trash, so I used to have a trash backpack thing for my tire, a trasharoo. But I found that the straps were getting really stretchy and it was always like falling off. So I decided to like not do that, especially since I live in bear country. So this is my little trash bin. I just make sure that I reduce the amount of trash that I have, and then also I dump my trash a lot in public receptacles and it just keeps it nice and clean. Yeah, and then I hang my purse up here for my little fanny pack so I don't forget it. And this thing I finally added, y'all. I'm so happy. It's a little GoPro mount and a phone mount. Before I had this mount that was on my air AC heating vents and it would always fall off and I'm just like, why didn't I do anything to change that? Because it was just annoying. So I spent some good money on this and yeah, never going back, never going back. And then William's dog food is stored down here. There just so happens to be a funnel. I have tools in here and random stuff. Yeah, just basic tools. And what's nice is that these two things lock so that I can put like my valuables and stuff in it. Oh, and my diesel heater cover is also over here that I need to put back on there. Yeah, there's always a layer of dust, dirt, something in a Jeep, especially if you're living outdoors. It's gonna be messy, so yeah, you can't expect things to always be perfect. That's one thing. Oh, and that's another thing. I have all of these headliners, hothead headliners that I bought, which I don't regret it. I do generally like them, but there's one that always falls off. So I just put that in storage. I was just like, never mind. Like I've probably had to change the sticky tape stuff to put it back up about like 5 or 6 times. So I was just like, I think this one doesn't want to be up here. So you win some, you lose some, right? Yeah, and this is the front. I have a window cover up here. Oh, this is cool. This is my little switch rocker. Turns on my big lights, my air compressor, and my rock lights. What should I add here? Comment down below. What else should I add? I should probably add some lockers to it. Wheel lockers. So yeah, that's my front. And then there's just some junk here. And I got ducked when I was on the Oregon coast. So I'm really proud of that. But I haven't been ducked since. It's been over a year. Yeah. So if you see me on the road, duck me, please. I'm begging you. It's horrible. Oh, and then I also have these little, okay, so there's a little bit more than I thought. So I have also these little storage things. I have my bear spray. This is also a great Amazon find, which I will link below. All right, real quick, because I already have a video on all the deets of all of the outside of my rig. I just wanted to show you quickly, for those of you who don't really care about all the details, what I have on the exterior. I have a bumper, ARB bumper, a winch. That's pretty important. I've actually only used it to get people out. I haven't used it yet to get myself out. I should probably try and get stuck more. And then in here I have really quick, I have an ARB air compressor. This is where all of my switches are connected to. Just makes it simple and easy. I'm really happy that the guys over at Prepped Overland decided to add that to it for me. That's that. All of like the body armor and stuff, you can check that out in the other video, all the details. But I have 35-inch wheels, KO2s, and KC lights. These are come in so clutch when you show up to a campsite late at night. I've been in some pretty sticky situations trying to find a campsite, but these have been life-saving. Yeah, so that's basically like those details. I have a Rhino rack. I'm so happy about this thing. It's solid. Yeah, and this is my 100-watt solar panel that I pulled off of a previous build. I actually made this got this at a Harbor Freight, I think. In the bottom, there's little screws that I attached to the rhino rack, and yeah, some outdoor gear in here. Fishing reel, mosquito coils, ratchets, different things. I have a battery start thing that has helped me in a lot of situations, actually. In the winter, my batteries, I probably should change my battery, actually. It's probably getting old, so that's why. Anyways, then some traction pads are useful. I use these more to level out my car for sleeping more than I use to get out of things. Like I said, I should probably try to get stuck more. Okay, 3 final things. This is a portable solar panel, 100 watts, that I kind of interchange out with the one on the roof and one here. I need to get a splitter so that I can use them at the same time. And then over here, I also had this added last summer. They welded this on special onto my bumper. I don't know if it probably brings down the value of this really expensive armor bumper, but that's okay. My plan is to get a mountain bike eventually, but you guys know how pricey those are, so it's a goal I have. I would love to be able to learn how to mountain bike. Rant aside, and last but not least is my awesome awning that a patron donated to me because they saw that I was baking in the sun in the desert and I could not afford one. So yeah, I'm super lucky. It's a 270 Batwing Overland Vehicle Systems awning. Cannot live without this. I highly recommend it. Like, if you have to give up one thing to get this, get this. So thanks everyone for watching my Jeep tour. I hope this was really helpful. I hope you're also not intimidated by the cost of this. This has taken me years to get to this point, so if you can dream it, you can eventually have it. I started off in a really cheap van and now I'm here. So dreams do come true, guys. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because we are gonna be taking this baby on the road, putting it to the test. And yeah, I'm excited to share that all with you guys on here. So, all right, peace, forehead kiss.